and welcome to this special episode of Pink Kisses. I'm Kimberly and I'm here with my fabulous longtime friends, Adrienne,
hello,
Teresa,
hi, and
Tiffany. And this is a special segment because we are all 2015 brides! So these are friends of mine that I've had for many, many years, and we share this special bond. We all got engaged around the same time and literally got married within the same year, like literally weeks apart.
Right.
So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and we're going to get into my favorite segment, which is Cupcakes and Conversation.
hello. My name is Adrienne, and I'm so excited to be here. Kim and I have been friends for forever. We started off playing basketball against each other, St. Gerard versus Christ the King, and she used to definitely put us into the ground, and I'm not ashamed about it. We're still friends till today. And
Nobody will believe we play basketball.
Yes, we are. We're ballers. But yes, this is super exciting.
That's
super exciting.
awesome.
Hi, I'm Teresa, and I have known Kim, I feel like, all of our lives. We actually grew up together. We lived on the same street.
Right across the street.
Right across the street from each other. We used to play Barbie dolls, baby dolls, go shopping. I mean, all of our lives. And so it's with great honor that I'm here today, and I'm just so excited.
Yay. Thank you for being here.
Well, my name is Tiffany McElrath, formerly known as Mitchell.
Come on, Mitchell.
And I've known Kim since the C'est La Vie days back in high school. So and Kim is like my little doll. She's just like so cute and dainty. I always just look at Kim as a cute little doll. So just a slight plug, I'm a dentist, so I work for Michigan Community Dental Clinics at East Warren and Connor. So if you need any dental treatment, any root canals, crowns, veneers, partials, dentures, I'm your girl.
Yes, awesome. And I got to go see her because I need all my wisdom teeth taken out. I need a root canal.
All of it.
Because I like cupcakes.
And conversation.
Right.
And conversation.
So let's get into it. So we have like a lot we have to catch up, because our weddings literally were weeks apart. I've seen Tiff, but Adrienne's story is a little bit unique. Like she's like traveling, love traveling. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Oh my. Let's see. So my now husband and I have known each other for over 20 years. And about a year and a half ago, was it a year and a half ago? Maybe 2 years.
It was your birthday. Literally 2 years from today, like around this time, your birthday 2 years ago. That was 2016, 2014.
Okay, well, time is moving fast.
It is.
So I got engaged not too long ago, I guess about a year, a little over a year ago. We immediately knew that we wanted to get married in New Orleans because that's where we fell in love after years of friendship. So my journey of planning this awesome wedding, really, we try to take it back to where it all started, and where a very special place for us. And and we've been married now for 3 months.
Yay.
And we had a fantastic traditional New Orleans wedding. Traditional in some senses and very untraditional in others. It was great. I wouldn't change a thing. So that's a little bit about my story and my with my now husband Hayes.
Hayes. What about you, Teresa?
What you want to know?
I want to know your story. You and Jason.
That's my boo. That's sweet, honey, lovely. I love that man. I really do. So Jason and I, how we met at church, basically, and that was, about 15 years ago. And I remember the first day that I attended the church, and he was there because his dad is the pastor. His mom is the first lady. And so he walked over to me, and his cousin walked over to me, and he's like, oh, I want you to meet this guy. He's really nice. And, what is your name, by the way? And then he walked over, and I was really shy, and I was going through so much at the time, and I kind of just shied away from him. So every couple years we would kind of have a conversation, and then something magically happened, I guess, a few years ago, and we started dating, and we just hit it off just right off the bat. And so we got married last year, and it was awesome. Anything else you want to know?
No. Unless you want to tell me something. And what about you, Tim?
So my husband, Michael, and I, we actually met, I don't know if you guys remember the nightclub, the Woodward.
Yeah.
So I was actually there for a birthday party, and I met him in passing, but at that moment I was in a relationship. And he actually reached out to me when I was at Howard doing a residency program, and we just kept in contact through Facebook. And he said, when you come back home, you know, I'll take you to your most favorite restaurant. So I love Middle Eastern food. So we went to a Middle Eastern restaurant, and literally the next day we went on another date. And then he took me to the park, and I was, you know, he was pushing me on the swings, and I just felt like, seriously, like it was a true, like, love story, like a fairy tale.
Oh, that's nice.
And
come on, Mike.
That was July. My birthday is August 2nd. His is August 5th. So he asked me to be his girlfriend August 2nd, 2013. Then he proposed on my 30th birthday the next year.
Yeah.
And then we recently got married in St. Thomas, November 7th. And we just wanted to do a destination wedding. We wanted to go away. And I wanted, you know, a carefree wedding. I mean, we'll discuss it later, but I mean, it rained during our wedding, and I didn't cry. I wasn't upset because you can't plan things out.
Right.
That was one of the things I was, you know, wanting to tell the guests. If you're planning everything to a T, prepare to be disappointed because your wedding day is not going to go as you perfectly envision it. Right. So, you know, leave little room for some bumps and bruises because if you don't, you're going to be highly disappointed.
Yes.
So
that's so true.
It is true. But that's really great perspective.
Yeah.
Well, my story, for those of you that don't know, I feel like everybody should know my story. If you're watching this channel, shame on you if you don't know my story, because it's there and available for you to watch via my YouTube channel. But my husband and I met. I moved back to Michigan. I lived in Atlanta for about 5 years. And I moved back to Michigan and started a new position with the company I work with. And we started April Fool's Day. Pie, jokes on me. But he was standing behind me in line, and he was like, "Good morning." And I was like, "Good morning." You know, Detroit girl attitude, like, "Good morning." Yeah, like, why is he talking to me? Who is he to have manners? Right. Like, why is he saying good morning to me? So we ended up, you know, being on the same team and having to go through testing and stuff. And he was just like a really sweet guy. But I was like, yeah. And I remember talking to me, I'm like, this guy at work, he liked me, but I don't think I like him like that. And so I was like, he got to go through the friends first. I got to let my friends see him. And we went to the boat races.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, Adrienne. It was Adrienne and Tasha and Sharice. And I was like, okay, now he gonna be here, so y'all tell me if y'all like him. And Adrienne said, girl, yo. She said, oh, you're tripping. So we started dating. So we became official. He told me, he was like, you gonna either be with me or not. I said, who are you to give me an ultimatum? So we became official like right before my birthday, right before my 30th. And we're inseparable ever since. And we got engaged, what was that, November of 2014. And I was like, oh my God, because I was like, if he doesn't marry me, I'm going to never date again. Like, I was like, I'm done. And he proposed, and that was like the best day ever. So that's a little bit about my story. So we're going to get into just our bridal journeys, because I think a lot of women, you know, planning weddings, they don't know like what goes into it, or things that you may come across, or hurdles you have to get over. So tell me a little bit about your bridal journey. Like, what was your experience like? Well,
for me, a lot of people may not know, I had a major surgery last year on February 20th, and I was diagnosed with Crohn's the year prior. So I lost a lot of weight. I was down to like 110 pounds. And so I went through a lot mentally, but what helped me was my husband and my mother. They were all there for me emotionally. And I would say 3 months after my surgery, I said I want to go look for a wedding dress. And at that time, my body shape was not how I was used to. So I would say I had to learn patience, because I went to the bridal shop. I found a dress. I found the best one that fit me the best at that time. And that dress is still sitting in the closet. Like, so I would say never go with the very first dress if you're apprehensive or hesitant.
I agree.
Just wait, and if you have time, continue looking, because literally I would say like a month later, I decided I wanted to switch my veil. I went back to the bridal shop and I looked to the left, and it was the dress on the mannequin. It was just the one-of-a-kind dress. And I said, that's my dress right there.
Wow.
So I'm literally still trying to sell that first dress on Trade Easy, pre-owned wedding dress, Craigslist. So I would say be patient, take your time with looking for the dress, because you don't want to have a dress that you can't sell.
I was over looking for dresses. As much as I love fashion, I was like, everything looks the same. I was like, I didn't have a good experience with bridal. I was like, everything looks the same, and then the stuff that I really like is $10,000, and I'm not spending that on a dress that I'm gonna wear for one day. So I'm just gonna get this dress. It was on sale. That's literally how it happened. The lady at the bridal store called me. She was like, oh, we're having 30% off, and that includes the accessories. I was like, I'm on my way. And I literally bought the dress cash, and I was like, well, this about to be my dress. And then ended up,
absolutely.
well, that was the second dress.
It's
But
beautiful.
I ended up going to New York on a whim and finding the dress. So here I am with 2 dresses, and I said, well, we're gonna make this work.
You did,
honey.
and you did,
honey. Because when you find the dress, it's like, it's not up for negotiation. Don't matter what the budget was. If you already have it, I mean, I agree with you 100%. So yeah, take your time with the dress. I don't recommend waiting though, and the reason for that is because you want to know what your day is going to look like based on your dress, because that's really key. So
for me, I had a 7-month engagement, and that was for no other reason than I felt like 2015 was my year, and so I wanted to get married within that year. And so right after I got engaged, I made a short list of like, these are the long lead, deliverables. I was like, I need to get a dress and a venue, and then I can relax and like leisurely pick out everything else. But I always knew that, or I see myself as, someone that I want to stand out in a way that I didn't want to just feel like I was conforming to, you have to put on a white dress. Not that it's not for most people, but I wanted something that felt more like myself. And so as I started looking at dresses, I actually, the more white dresses I was putting on, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like myself in this. And I think that leaving that box open to just identify what's right for yourself is important. And that was key for me. I ended up getting the dress that was the least like anything else I'd seen. It was gorgeous. The darkest dress. It was champagne in color. It felt the most vintage. It had like the biggest lace. It was just it was unlike anything else I'd seen, and I couldn't stop thinking about it.
So Teresa, what about you? What was your dress shopping journey like? How was that for you?
It was interesting. Similar to Adrienne. Initially, I didn't want the traditional dress. I wanted something that was different, but that was flattering for my body type. And we're keeping it real, right? So, I was going through a transition where I was starting to pick up weight. And so what would have normally looked good on me and would have been my desired dress type didn't look good on me. And so I felt a little shattered in that moment, because I felt like, well, this is the look I knew that I wanted, and it was different, it was out of the box, but it doesn't look good on me. No matter what store I go to or went to, it was just not working out. And so I ended up going with a dress that I was completely against the style. Like, I hated mermaid style dresses. Like, that just was not for me. I would love to see it on other people, but I didn't like that style on me. I liked the ballroom where it kind of fit right here and then kind of came out like the baby doll type. But it just made me look like, I was just like triple the size. So I was just like, this is just not flattering on my body type now. I love having the curves and all. And realistically, I knew I was not going to lose like 30 pounds
Yeah.
before my wedding date, or
Yeah.
however much.
Yeah.
So I ended up just trying on different dresses, and I didn't take a lot of people with me.
Yeah.
That's one
I
thing you
didn't
don't
either.
want to do.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
take a whole lot of people with you. I did take a couple of close friends once I knew what kind of dress. Once I had narrowed it down and I knew kind of what kind of dress I wanted to go with. And so the dress I picked, I still to this day kind of felt like maybe I could have done a better job in the dress area. Wasn't, and still am not as confident with the dress that I picked, just being real.
But I loved it.
Thank you. So many people said they
Yeah.
loved it on me. I appreciate that. And it was a beautiful dress, and it was a combination of what I was looking for. It wasn't all the way the one style.
Right.
But outside of the dress department, everything else was really great.
So did you guys have anything happen during your wedding that you were like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, or anything that you had to overcome during the planning process, or like anything that you would give anybody advice on as they're planning?
Absolutely, I do.
She was ready for that.
Now, as I was saying, I had planned my own wedding. My husband and I, we were our coordinators. I did have a day of wedding coordinator that stepped in like months before, but really we did all the planning, everything.
Yeah.
But something that I would say right off the bat is I had to replace a couple of girls in my bridal party.
We already had this conversation.
Yeah. Now we're keeping it real
That's
in
a
this corner.
yes.
We're keeping it real.
Yeah.
So, yes. I won't go into the details of it. Right. What I would say is, like Adrienne was saying, don't have unrealistic expectations, right?
From anybody.
Exactly. From anyone. Be
Your
very-
day is not their day.
Exactly.
Yep.
Be realistic with yourself. Understand what kind of bride you are. Know what you want. Know what your strong points are. Know who you can depend on, who's reliable,
Yep.
and have contingency plans.
But you guys were unique. You had destinations too.
I was going to say, as a destination bride, if anyone is considering a destination wedding, you should really research the time of the year and make sure it's not a rainy season. So that was our mistake, because we wanted to get married on the 7th, because 7th meant completion, and that was like perfection. And I'm August 2nd, he's August 5th, so 2 + 5 = 7. So we literally were looking through all the months to see which Saturday had a 7.
Yeah.
And that was the perfect timing for us, November 7th, but in St. Thomas, that's actually rainy season.
Yeah.
So it literally rained every day. I mean, for a couple of minutes, and it would stop. It was still beautiful.
Yeah.
But it rained during our wedding, and everyone kept saying, well, that meant blessings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
honestly,
does.
I wasn't upset. It was what it was. I wore my hair in a nice little slick back bun. I had on, beach sandals, and
Which were gorgeous.
thank you.
Yes.
The only thing I would say, if I could do it over, I would have chose a different season again, maybe in December.
Well, I'm just excited that you guys were here to share. Like, this has been awesome. We still have tons of catching up to do, but cheers to 2015 bride. I hope you guys learned a lot during this segment, and the bottom line is just be true to who you are as a person. Don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about what your parents want. Do what makes you and your future husband happy. All right? So before we finish, we're gonna have my favorite. First of all, our cupcake sponsor. So Pink Kisses has a cupcake sponsor. Okay? Piper of Trendy Treatz. I don't bite into anyone else's cake. I know you guys are tired of me talking about her, because I talked about her my first episode, but these beautiful cupcakes she personalized, and these cake pops. So she's going to be here to talk about her business, Trendy Treatz. She did my wedding cake, which was gorgeous, and I just love her. These cupcakes literally melt in your mouth, so I'm ready to bite into them. Well, Piper's going to come. We're going to chat with her, and thank you again for joining us for Pink Kisses.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Hello there. As promised, I have my favorite cake designer, in the entire world sitting here, Miss Piper Jenkins. Hey, Piper. I'm so excited to have Piper. She is our official cupcake sponsor for Cupcakes and Conversation, and I just want to thank you publicly for doing that. I mean, I just love, first of all, I buy so many cupcakes and cakes anyway, so I just appreciate it. But it's so beautiful. Like, this is display of all of her, well, just a little slither of what she does. Even these peach cobblers that she has here. I mean, look at the detail. It's just so cute. So tell us a little bit about Trendy Treatz, Piper.
Trendy Treatz is a Detroit-based bakery. We're on West 7 Mile, and we specialize in custom cakes, cupcakes, and little treats for all little occasions.
Yes, that are so good, literally melts in your mouth. I'm being real fat right now.
You want to eat one right now?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, Piper, when did you know that you could cook? Like, when did you know you could bake cakes?
I didn't. It was an accident.
What happened?
My mama told me it was my purpose. 8 years ago, I was planning my 30th birthday party. And I wanted cookies in the shapes of the number 30, dipped in chocolate, put in a little cute bag as giveaways. I called around, no one did it.
Wow.
So Trendy Treatz started as my own do-it-yourself project.
Wow.
So from the little cookie turned into a cake, into me taking stuff to work, into orders.
Oh my God. And like, literally, you're my go-to. I know you're a lot of people's go-to in the city. So at what point did you say, I'm gonna take Trendy Treatz from being a hobby to my full-time business? Like, what made you take that leap?
Once I sat at work and all I could think about was baking a cupcake or creating a cake design, I'm like, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. I stepped out on faith. I quit my job. I went home, started doing it from home, and after it got so big at home, I'm like, I need a location.
Yes.
I left home and went back and was like, Mom, I think I found a building. I applied for it. 24 hours later, they called me back. Oh, you're approved.
That's so awesome.
So it'll be 4 years in April.
Right there, and tell them where you're located.
I'm located at 18927 West 7 Mile Road, Detroit, Michigan, and that's between Southfield and Evergreen.
Yes, and even if you're not, you YouTube landers, even if you're not in the city, like if you're ever in Detroit, like stop over there. Like, first of all, if you ever come to Detroit, you have to go to 8 Mile. That's like a place that people just go.
Just come over
yes,
one more
so
mile.
just come over one more mile and go see Piper. And you're on social media too.
Yes, I am. I'm on Instagram. It's Trendy Treatz. It's Treats with a Z. Trendy Treatz.
Z. So don't forget that
Z.
So out of all the cakes that you've done, because you've done some amazing cakes.
Thank you.
What is your favorite?
My favorite is, I like doing mostly tier cakes. Like wedding cakes are my favorite. You made it my favorite because you said, I need this, I gotta have it, and you're going to do it.
Yes, I did. Did I push you into that?
Yes.
But let me explain to you guys. I was like, nobody else is making my cake. I was like, Piper, you can do this. All it is your cakes just stacked on top of each other. And she did a phenomenal job. Like, my wedding cake was beautiful and it tastes good. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, I've seen so many beautiful wedding cakes and then you bite into them, you're like, ooh, oh my gosh. But yours, everybody was like, oh, like we didn't even get any of our wedding cake.
One of your guests came to me a couple days later.
Yes.
It's like I was stealing cake off the table.
Literally stealing cakes off the table. Like, we came back to our table, we were like, where's our cake? So we didn't even get any of our wedding cake. That's how good it was. Like, people were taking people's cakes off the table. So what advice, Piper, do you have for anybody that would like to start their own bakery or just their own business in general? Like, what would you say?
I say go for it. Don't consider yourself a failure until you try. You'll never know. So I just say, step out on faith, try it, it'll work out for you.
It will. Well, it's been working out for you.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you. I'm just excited to see where it's going to go. Like, I see multiple locations. Like, I see Trendy Treatz in the mall. Like,
Pancakes.
yes, I do.
Pancakes.
Like, your cupcakes, like, I see them everywhere. So, if you don't know Trendy Treatz, you will very soon. But I can't wait to, like, literally, I can't focus because I'm ready to eat. You
And
guys know I love cake.
The jar, which is a new addition to the
Yes.
treat line, they can be shipped, guys.
They can, yes.
Wherever you are, Trendy Treatz in a jar can
Yes.
be shipped to you.
And this is peach cobbler, so
Peach
I
cobbler in
know
a
my
jar.
husband is going to enjoy that thoroughly.
Yes. Warm it up a little bit. Take the cap off first.
Yes, yeah, don't put it in the microwave with the cap on. Safety first. My last question is, how would you describe your personal style?
My personal style, I don't like shopping off the mannequin. Oh, I watched a couple years the mannequin. I'm gonna take this from that one and this from that one and make it my own.
Yes, I love that. But I love, look at her shirt. She is literally highlighting her business, walking billboard. I love it. And my wedding cake's on the front.
It's on the front.
This is cool. You have a Pandora. Somebody requested a Pandora
A Pandora gift box.
gift box. That's so cool.
So all
Piper.
the cakes on the shirt is my work.
Yes. I mean,
Everything on the shirt.
she's done every birthday cake, bridal shower, every baby shower I've ever hosted, my husband's birthday, before we got married. Like, just go to my Instagram. You will see all
I
her
was a
cakes.
part of the wedding planning from the beginning
Yes.
to the end.
Yes, and I would not have wanted anybody else to be a part of it. So thank you for being here
Thanks
on
for
this
having
special
me.
day. I love you.
I love you
Aw. I love Piper. Maybe because she makes those fabulous cakes. I think she has me under a spell. So we cheers here.
Cheers.
Cheers to women in business. Thank you so much for watching Pink Kisses, and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.